Hello to everyone in the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Cathedral community and all of our friends. This is Father Jonathan. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to continue our reflection on the seventh Beatitude. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And in the previous video, we talked about how, in reality, the peace that we're talking about isn't about not being in the midst of turmoil or having some type of momentary contentment, but it's about a way of perhaps posturing ourselves in the midst of a reality where we are going to experience things like turmoil and unrest and uncertainty, things that are fearful, anxiety-inducing. These are all real things. The peace of God doesn't take away our outward circumstances. And to be honest with you, we're never promised that we're not going to have these circumstances. More often than not, when Christ is talking, he's telling us that we're going to be in the midst of these struggles, because that's in part what it means to be in the world we live in, this fallen world, where things happen, people tear each other apart, wars are real, suffering is real, oppression is real, injustice is real. All of these things that we witness and encounter and we see on the news, all the struggle and strife is a reality of the world we live in because of the fall. And yet we're talking about the peace of God, which doesn't change those outward circumstances, but it does allow us to reorient ourselves in the midst of that, to find peace, God's peace in the midst of this, is to be a source of tranquility and gentleness and calmness and courage and strength and all of those beautiful things, all those manifestations of God's own presence that we hope to manifest through ourselves, or for God to manifest himself through us in the midst of a world that is in turmoil and anxiety and fear and uncertainty. And so when we are called by Christ, we're not called to be peaceful, which is really significant when we're talking about this beatitude. Christ doesn't say, blessed are the peaceful, but blessed are the peacemakers, those who make peace. So as we're striving to cultivate the relationship with God, which allows the fruit of God's peace to come forth from our soil, the soil of our hearts, we remember that as we receive this peace, our job that we hear through this beatitude, the command through this beatitude, is to take that peace and offer it to the world, to be the source of peace, or the conduit through which God's peace is manifested in the world. And we do that by struggling to maintain our inner peace. As we cultivate inner peace, our outward actions begin to change. And we begin to do those things which we hope contribute to reconciliation, peacefulness, gentleness, self-control, all of the beautiful virtues, the fruit of the Spirit that are the signs of our communion with God. We manifest that to the world, a world that is in turmoil and will always be in turmoil until the time when Christ comes again. This is what it means to live in a world that's fallen, that comes up short, that isn't actualizing its true potential in relationship to God. And so to be a peacemaker is to be ambassadors of peace, the peace of God, to a world that needs to hear this message. And it's a tall order because there's a lot of difficult things in the world. And we may be struggling just to deal with the turmoils and struggles and difficulties and uncertainties and anxieties and fears in our own lives. But if we open ourselves up to God through our ongoing, intentional relating to Him, we might have an experience of being infused with his peace, infused with his love, rejoicing in it, and so receiving it. We have no other recourse but to offer it to the world. To be Christ's presence as members of him, his body, in the world. God bless you. I hope you're all doing well. Don't hesitate to reach out. Again, if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Contact us via email or phone, or leave a note in the comment section or a message on social media. If you have questions that you'd like me to answer in a video like this, I'd be glad to do that. If you have an idea for a series that we can do over the course of several videos, I'd be glad to hear what you all want. In the meantime, I hope you have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. I will continue to pray for each and every one of you. I ask that you also pray for us, clergy, and the parish council here as we continue to serve you as best as we're able in the midst of a time when it seems like peace is hard to come by. God bless you and have a beautiful rest of your day.